Hello, good morning, afternoon, wherever you're looking from and when. If you're here with me, just say hello. I'd love to know who is with me here. Today we're talking about what happens when everything was perfect and then suddenly it isn't. What happens and why? My name is Leah. I'm a leader in all things love and relationship, especially the one with yourself. And today I will give you a little bit of insight on exactly that. So, what happens and how can we help? Um, how can we help? There's an alarm going off outside, and I'm totally lost the plot. So, what happens when we suddenly go from a really committed, connected relationship to suddenly becoming distant? So today I'm going to give you an example about me and my best friend. I've known her since I've been 12, and we are very close still. But when you meet somebody and you see something in them and you really, really enjoy spending time with them because of that one thing, it's because they're mirroring something back at us. So there is certain mirrors that can trigger experiences in us, positive or negative ones. And one mirror is the relationships mirror. And I do go more into the mirrors in the Brain Game, the program that I do. It's a 10-week program and it's absolutely amazing for self-growth and transformation. And this mirror states that the person mirrors something back at you that you have forgotten that you have. So you're drawn to those traits that you have forgotten about yourself and you admire other people for that. Then you get triggered by that after a while. So first you admire it, you love it, you want to be around it because you want to have more of that in your life. You want to have more of that mirrored to you. And we do have these mirror neurons that do exactly that. We have them so that we can learn from other people. We can copy them basically and learn from that. Children learn like that. Animals have mirror neurons. They copy from their parents or those around them to create, survival skills. For us humans, we also use these mirror neurons to learn how to walk, talk, how to behave around other people. So when we get triggered in a negative way by this mirror, the relationships mirror, we suddenly realize I do not have that trait, and now I'm angry because I want it and you piss me off. So one of these, an example for this is me and my best friend. She was always very popular, always wanted to be around all these amazing people. She was very, outgoing and had no problems expressing who she was at that time. Although we were very young, obviously it's very different now. But I wanted to have some of that because I forgot that about myself, that I could be that person too. And then I just got pissed off. Or you've got that person that is at the party is always, has all these people around them and knows all these stories and, everybody laughs about their jokes. But then when you then get triggered by that, you are thinking like, oh man, does this person ever shut up? Like nobody else gets a word in. I've heard that story a million times already. Like, doesn't this person have a different story? So that's that mirror. And there's really easy ways to break down these mirrors, which I will go into in the Brain Game. If you're interested, please DM me. So when we start a relationship and it all seems so perfect, as I was discussing in the last couple of weeks, we have this intention, this frequency that goes out, and we are connected to each other within the intention. When we are in a relationship, first of all, we get triggered through our mirrors that want to show us, you do need to learn something here, or our intentions just change. So we can go from, we both want to have amazing sex, or we both want to have, that really close connection, but then something changes in our environment and that is not a priority anymore. So the frequency that we emit out changes, and then they don't necessarily have to sync up anymore. What I found is what can bring you back together, or what has to happen to bring you back together, is to work on it together. So communication: how do I feel? How do I want to feel? Why isn't this the same as it used to be? Can we work on this together? You don't always have to match up in every intention that you have. It's also enough to just be there to support each other, but be aware. So expressing what you want, communicating it out, and also hearing the other person. Boundaries. So creating boundaries around certain things, and also trust. So trust gets built up over a period of time, and the more trust you have in the trust bank, the harder it is to lose trust. So building up a lot of trust at the beginning of a relationship, being very open and talking about, those things that light you up and that make you feel good, and the other person also doing that, sharing from your heart, and that builds up trust. It's not just the trust as in, I'm faithful and all of those things, but it's the trust in being very clear in communication and expressing what you want, and the other person hearing that. Yes, so that is really important. The three most important things to any relationship: is it a relationship with a person, your loved one, your family, but also relationships with, money, or how you experience other things in the world that are important to you. So the relationship with money is also based on trust, communication, and boundaries. Obviously, money cannot be in a two-way conversation with you, but you can set an intention about how do you want to feel, what do you want to do, and just really celebrate that connection with money. Just ignoring money, or not looking at it and being scared of it, obviously that will create more of that. If you look at the money and you look at how you want to experience the money, and you follow it up every day, you have boundaries around it, how much money can I spend, so actually having a budget, and really playing with money on a very regular basis. It's just like any other relationship that you would have with a human or an animal or whatever else. So relationships, of the three key points to relationships, is communication, trust, and boundaries, which can be built up gradually, but it is a foundation to everything. And I can tell you, when you have that, when you are able to express yourself 100%, who you are and what you want to create, and the other person, or the other thing, reciprocates that back at you, that is an amazing feeling. And then you trust, and then you can communicate your boundaries around things. I do like this, I don't like this, can we do this more? But just communicating, because if you do not communicate, then you will start becoming, after a while, you will start getting very angry, frustrated, and it'll just put a really bad aura, a very bad emotion or feeling that is kind of hidden inside, that you don't really want to see early on necessarily, but it will come out later. These feelings will not go away, especially when you've been in a relationship for a long period of time, and these things are just building up and building up and building up. After a while, unless both parties are very willing, and you might even need to get some help working through these things, it's not really gonna work. So that's it for me today. If you like my content, please share it with other people. If you have any questions, please get in touch. I have linked my meditation down the bottom. That is quantum expansion meditation that will help you create your intention frequency and helps it send it out to the world so that it can connect to those experiences that will help you fulfill your intention. I've also got my 3-month course down the bottom linked up. Have a look at the content. It is very exciting. I can't wait to share it with you all. If you have any questions, like I said, please get in touch. Yes. And next week I will be back. Maybe will have a very special guest. So I'm really excited to be doing these live sessions. And also on Saturday, I will be pulling cards in my private group. So join me there. Bye.